Okay, welcome to our second part with Jerry, 72 years old and looking very good, I must say. You're still walking to the club, Jerry. How many kilometers do you walk?
Yeah, in fact, I've been walking up for the last 3 days again. Actually, it's good because it kind of helps you relax and think.
Yeah.
So that's why I did it.
About 7, I think he walks about 7 kilometers on a daily basis,
Yeah.
coming to the club, which is quite good. Jerry, take me through your family. Where were you born? Mother, father, sisters? Just take me through your whole family tree and family line.
My stepmother who was not the kindest of person, so that made it difficult growing up. But my mother, she died, unfortunately, when she gave birth to me. My father, he dropped me off with a relative to live for the first 3 years of my life. I don't know where he was. And then he remarried, and then they took me back again. But my stepmother, she wasn't a very caring person, let's say. She also had 2 children from a previous marriage, and I had a brother who was 5 years older than me. So, it was a very difficult childhood, that's for sure. That was But I made it through that. At one point, she did my father, and they separated. So when she left, that made things better. So when I was 17, 18, I was pretty much on my own. My father, he moved out with another woman to let me back house by myself. So that wasn't a good idea because I wasn't mature to really take care of myself. I did do things that I'm regret at this time. But I made it through this.
Right, so tell me about your fondest memories. What was like something that stands out in your childhood that you still remember today? Something that was very good.
Childhood, I cannot think. To be honest with you, I can't think of any.
Do you think sport helped you to cope with the situation that you were facing at home?
Yeah, actually, when I was growing up, I had a lot of friends who played sports. I did cross country and track, so I hang around with guys who did basketball, baseball. So that helped a lot. Yes.
So you think sport is therapeutic then?
That helped for sure. That did help. Yeah, for sure.
So you encourage kids to play sport because?
Oh, keep them out of trouble for one thing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and of course the physical thing, but I think it's good also. It's mentally, it builds character. Definitely sports for sure.
Yeah. Jerry, you've been managing people at KPM now for the past couple of months with tennis coaches. What is your first impression when you arrived here in terms of what was happening with coaches, and what is your impression currently? Because we kind of like lost a couple of coaches when you came, and now things are a bit more stable. What do you think changed, and what do you think? If someone is managing people out there, what do you think they can take from what you've experienced here? Is it different from country to country, or is it all over the same?
I think maybe the coaches you had before, maybe they had lost their motivation for some reason. So they were just coming to work and they were just going through the motion. They weren't really motivated to do what they wanted to do. And so, of course, the players, they could pick this up as well, I think. So. Yeah. So I think it was good. These 2 coaches, they realized it as well. So they did resign. So that was it. I think that was the right thing to do. They realized they weren't motivated anymore. So it's time to move on. The coaches you have now, I think we have good coaches now. Good young coaches. So I think this is very good. They go on the court, they work hard. The children, they love working with the coaches. I think there's a good relationship between the coach and the players in that, for sure.
What keeps the motivation going? As we're saying in the past, people are losing motivation. What do you think then, as manager, you'll have to do to keep them motivated?
I don't think it's so much keeping the child motivated. I think it's more keeping the coach motivated.
I'm asking you, how do you keep the coaches motivated?
I think they should have a relationship with the child they're coaching, with the children coaching, and that should be the motivation. They should want to see their players do well. That's the motivation right there, for sure.
Yeah. Controversial statement. You hear a lot of people saying some working environments are toxic. Do you believe environments are toxic or people are toxic? How does it match you according to your experience?
It's funny because you asked me that because one of the coaches said to me the other day when they first came here, they were a few times they were ready to resign.
Yeah.
And we keep talking about no. Okay, just think about it. Look at your job. What you have here, it's an easy job. And then he said to me the other day that he realized now, yes, it wasn't the atmosphere that was toxic. It was that he was imagining that was a toxic atmosphere. But he realized now that was not the case. It's just, it was imagination. So this is something in the mind. It's not actually the condition that was here. So if someone says that, especially here, the situation, it's not a very stressful situation. It's an easy job, really. So it's not the case at all.
But you're making such a valid point, though. I mean, I was thinking about it the whole week as well. That, you know, don't either, if I'm suffering through, if a person says the environment is toxic, it makes me suffer through mental illness or depression, whatever the case might be. Don't I suffer through those things first and then come and bring it in, and then it just triggers it? Right? I'm making sense.
Yeah.
Does the environment not trigger what you already have? Because if I was born and I'm now 27 years old, I come into this environment now. How come this environment for 27 years now I'm coming in and making me mental?
No, I think it's, again, there's some other personal problems, and then I think that magnifies the situation.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
So people should deal actually with their own personal issues first before they come to work, or how does, or you must actually integrate the two.
I think you have to separate the two, I think, especially because, again, you're dealing with children, so you can't let the child sense that you're having some kind of problem, and then the child might feel that's towards them, and not that you have some kind of personal problems at home.
It's a very good point. It's a very good point. So whilst we're working with kids, then you're probably saying that this is the most sensitive job you can do, because either you build or you break.
Yeah, I think working with children, it's very important, because, I mean, this is an important time in their life. Yeah, it's very important. It's important.
Okay. Your last words in encouraging parents to let their kids play sport, and what do you think is the parents' role in that whole thing? You know, that's like encouragement, and what do you think his role is? And we can close it.
Yeah, as you say, encouragement, yes, but parents have to be careful not to become overly involved where their aspirations they're trying to live through their child. Each child has their own dreams, has their own potential, so give the child room, let them develop at their own pace, and just stay back and just encourage them and not try to push them. It's very important, because if you push them, then they'll lose interest in the sport and they'll probably decide to quit. But if they feel you supporting them, you're staying back when they do badly, when they don't play well, okay, you console them. When they play well, you congratulate them. But yes, you must make sure that you have just a positive attitude towards your children when they play games or any sport, really.
Yeah, and then to the kids, in terms of your mom passed on when you were born, and you growing up in America and where you are now. What is your encouragement with your story? What can you say? You know, like they must not give up, or what do you think is your story can be sort of like brought in for motivation?
I think everyone goes through hard times, even children as well.
Yeah.
But those times will pass, and so then you get over it and just keep moving on. Things will pass. Things will get better again.
Thank you, Jerry.
Okay, sure.
Appreciate it.